So the patch notes are out, so let's review them ASAP. Special event starting off with Drive Syndicate 12, the Koenigsegg Chimera. Support cars: Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, Nissan CGT4, McLaren Solus GT, Zenvo Aurora Agile, and Bugatti Bolide. Surprisingly, they brought back the Bolide in this Drive Syndicate, which was unexpected. I didn't think they were going to do it. I had a feeling, but I didn't think they were going to do it since they already used the Bolide in the previous Syndicate. But I guess you can never really expect it with Gameloft. This Drive Syndicate might be one out of pocket for a lot of people if you want to go for the Chimera, considering that they are using 3 new cars in this Drive Syndicate itself. What you already obviously get the first car for free, but other than that, you have to take into consideration that it's going to be hard to get to the Chimera, especially if you don't even have the Bolide from previous syndicates. Spotlight event, it's called Jingle All the Way. Cars offered are the Bugatti 300 Plus, the Trion Nemesis, the Glickenhaus 007S, Porsche 911 Turbo 58 years, and the Mercedes-Benz 2022 Showcase car. So the 300 Plus, the Trion Nemesis, and the Glickenhaus 007S are the 3 best cars from the Spotlight so far. Free to play wise, we think it will be a special event format again, just like the last few Spotlights. So who knows? It may be good, it may be bad, but knowing how Gameloft is going, it's going to be hard for you to get that 300 plus regardless. But it's a Christmas season, right? So let's see what we get. There's also a rather interesting event called the Best Cars of 2025 or the Best of 2025. There's 5 different variants of it stretched over the period of December all the way till the 26th. So that's Boxing Day. Basically, it's all of the cars that got released this year in the game, and they brought them back. I would assume will be in maybe like a mini special event, but it's in daily events. So let's say they just bring an event and they feature all of those cars that are in each best of 2025 selection, and hopefully there will be packs available featuring those set cars, as a way of getting those cars if you missed it or if you were close enough to maxing it. That would actually be like a very, very, very cool way, or cool event, in my opinion. A very cool pack. So for these 3 days you have a chance to get these set of cars from way back when, and these next 3 days another set and another set and another set you can grab some blueprints from. For people who are sitting on a lot of tokens, who was probably skipping versus speed to save for Christmas. So it's entirely up to you guys, because as of right now there isn't really anything token wise for this Christmas that you can spend on or is really worth spending on. There's a new Grand Prix for the car, the Mercedes AMG 1, but most importantly, there's a special hunt for the Koenigsegg CCXR. The Koenigsegg CCXR is a very rare car. It's one of those cars that you don't ever really see featured in any events whatsoever, maybe like a daily event and you bring it for a pack for like 3 days. But other than that, this car is going to be nice to add to your collection. I made a review on the CCXR and this car is very, very touch drive friendly. It's on the shorts, so if you want to watch that review, then I can link it in the description below for that specific short. But what I must say is, go for it. I would recommend you go for it and collect it. A free S-Class car of that caliber. It is not super high in competitiveness against the kings of the game, but it is still one of those cars that I would say you can have a lot of fun with, especially if you're a touch drive player. Definitely go for that. The SF90 and the Enzo Ferrari got nerfed. Their Evo tuning ability has been nerfed. Thank God Gameloft finally decided to take a touch on it sooner than later, and the SF90 will no longer be as overpowered as we would assume so going forward. Its kit, especially its overload boosts, were a bit too powerful, so we're glad that Gameloft listened to the community and definitely changed this, because it was doing a little too much in terms of shaking up the acceleration meta. It was quite absolutely ridiculous, not gonna lie. We all experienced that pain. But other than that, moving forward, I didn't understand the nerf to the Enzo Ferrari. I feel like the Enzo Ferrari was practically one of the most balanced Evo tunes we had. But I understand in the fact that some cars maybe don't deserve as much spotlight as Gameloft might, have it receiving, that they may not want it to receive. Like, for example, the ZR1 didn't really get as much love as we all thought it would have. Despite it being a very classic car, this may be a controversial comment, but I would say I like the ZR1 Evo tune, but at the same time it feels ultimately useless in my opinion. For those of you interested in spending money in this game, the Legend Pass car is the McLaren 750S Coupe. It's a new car. Ultimate Pass Koenigsegg CCXR key. And the other car for the Spotlight Pass is the Bugatti 300 Plus. As we all know, it would have happened. And there it is. So, shall I speak on the positive aspects of this season now? So, positively, this season itself brings the opportunity for another great special hunt for a very solid car, in my opinion. And I would encourage anybody to go for it if you have a lot of credits already saved up, which will make it easier for you. I know the Ultima Special Hunt was just recent, so that probably tired out a lot of people, but here we are again with another 6-star card to add to your collection. I know for a fact I might be grinding heavy on this one. But other than that, the other positive aspect, we don't know how exactly the daily events are going to go yet. I can't even say that the positive aspect of the Spotlight event means we're going to get good cars. It is so hard to say because the Spotlight event, nobody knows how those blueprints are going to be obtained because the special event format seems to be giving us a certain way, but they always tweak and change the Spotlight event so often that we can never expect just one singular format. Whatever we expect, something always changes, and that throws it off so much. Um, I guess other than that, the SF90 being a nerf is probably one of the highlights of the season. But we all know the main highlight of the season is definitely the new India track. A lot of people are definitely loving on that new India track right now. And I was expecting it to be, sort of a narrow, more congested, kind of urban like, you know, kind of track. You know what I mean? Small streets, maybe something like Buenos Aires type thing. But they shocked me. They shocked me with the effort and the design that they actually put into the countrysides of India. The track is actually very beautiful. And honestly, it's a top speed track to its core. The wide tracks as well as the long speed straight sections, nobody can tell you. Taking a page out of San Diego's book was definitely the best thing that Gameloft could have done. And I'm glad that they did what they did. They are learning and understanding that we don't want tracks where it requires us to be literally scratching our heads and having to come to our races with our fast cars and be like, oh man, it's a super handling oriented track. So definitely faster acceleration cars and handling cars are gonna beat us all the way. We can't free up and spree ourselves as much as we would want to with our fast cars. It makes you feel good, and we tend to enjoy these tracks more than anything else. So W Gameloft for the India track, W Gameloft for the special hunt, and the car hunts aren't that bad either. So regardless of the fact, I won't rate this season yet, and I can't speak on the Drive Syndicate as yet thoroughly until I see test drives of the vehicles, until we get that opportunity to test drive. But as of right now, I'll have to keep it exactly how it is and just end on a hopeful note and say good luck to everybody in the upcoming season. But I will drop a video concerning the Drive Syndicate 13 as soon as more information comes out and we get our hands on the new cars.